Good evening, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So yeah, we were looking at, after this pump up last night and this pullback this morning, we were looking at these two levels here, either this horizontal or this horizontal. These were our aggressive catch points. These are where if the price gets caught here and then moves on upwards, then that is extremely bullish. But obviously, as you guys know, this level down here around 11,000 was basically another level that we're looking at basically as a back test. But as it happens, so far we have been caught nearly to the dot on the first line that we drew in. Sorry, the second line that we drew in, the less aggressive of the two. Obviously by aggressive I just mean closer to the price action. But yeah, so yeah, caught there. If we can hold this level, get back above this one here, and then start to make progress back upwards, that would be extremely bullish. Do I think that is what is likely to happen? Yeah, it's hard to say. It is hard to say. I would be I probably would be 60-40 basically for us actually making our way down to around the 11ish K. But that still is 40% chance in my mind that we do actually hold this and start to move up. But I do just feel like after this move we will be due some sort of a back test of this horizontal, even if it isn't as deep as even just 11,000 and an 80 I've got it drawn at. Even if it isn't as deep as 11,000, it could be down to this level here where we've actually wicked down to as well. So I'll actually draw a line, because it just obviously it aligns with some nice levels here, as you can see. We'll draw a trend line, we'll draw a horizontal line, and you can see these levels just here, and obviously there, and our first wick down so far. So yeah, we'll draw that on. So yeah, we've got these kind of levels to look at, these three levels. If we can basically break back above here, move upwards, then great. If we lose this level, we get caught at this level, then that's fine, and then obviously ultimately we have to get caught at this one, and then we turn back up, and that is fine. Obviously they are the downstairs, the downside criteria, and then obviously if we break this, then if we break this, then it's anyone's guess where we go. Realistically, we'd expect 10.6 to be in play at least. Even if we break this, it's got to be in play. And then obviously if we break 10.6, yeah, it will be curtains, won't it? But yeah, to be honest though, we've had a very nice powerful move up. We do look to be consolidating at the highs, as we have done on each step of this move up. So yeah, Don't rule out this trend's capability of getting up to the 12k, because don't forget, it's only, well, from this point it was only about $300 away, but even from where we are now, it's only about $700 away, and we have traveled nearly 1,000 already. So yeah, we can't rule that out. Let's have a look at some of the major markets and see what is potentially going on here. So we have got this pullback in the dollar, and as you can see, we have broken this horizontal that we had drawn in. If we want to draw a trend line of sorts coming on here, you can probably see that we're at that trend line now. So if we do break that, then obviously we've got upside. You could, I will draw this on real quickly now, but then I will actually delete it because I don't want to convolute the chart. You could actually draw a descending broadening wedge, which actually could break to the upside. And we are at the top side of that now as well. So yeah, this trend line could be important. If we do break it, then at least we've got to be expecting to come back up and test this nearly 94. But this is a good point, obviously, for us to get rejected and come back down. So if we do that, maybe get caught temporarily around this horizontal and then make our way back down. If we do come back down again to this level, then you can't realistically expect it to hold. But yeah, as you can see from this high point though, price action has been making its way down, and obviously it's been making its way down in a fashion as price action does. Just as price action moves, it meanders around. So yeah, DXY, we're just going to see what happens really. Euro US dollar, as you can see, it's had a pullback too. Actually lost this horizontal, pretty savage pullback. There's the acceleration on the 4 hour 9 that that I tell you guys to look out for. Try not to front run these 9 candles, because there you go, that is exactly what can happen, and then we see it right there. So yeah, acceleration on the 9. So obviously we've had the 9 candles, so now can we get a reversal, a momentum MRI, momentum reversal indicator, move back to the upside? Now that's it. The new tone phase TD sequential. But yeah, I mean we're at sort of a horizontal, but I mean clearly this is looking like an ascending broadening wedge, which is then a bearish formation. So hey, and it actually looked like we could be out of that now, if not definitely out of the channel. You will notice we did have a nice trend line stroke channel coming up here, and then obviously when we lost that, we capitulated. So yeah, just an interesting price action observation there. Ethereum US dollar, we've got this similar lines that we drew in for Bitcoin, but obviously this has held it better. We've not come down to the second one, but the first one. So Ethereum obviously looks like it's holding up a bit better against the Satoshi pairing. So yeah, as you can see, it is just having a bit of a pullback, potentially into this horizontal, and then break back up. Bitcoin dominance, ticked up a little bit today. We've obviously had a down day in Bitcoin today, so yeah, ticked up a little bit. But we've got this horizontal. Are we going to get rejected by this trend line again and come back down? It will remain to be seen what happens here. Let's have a look at the S&P. How did the S&P fare today? So yeah, it's also looking like it wants to come for a back test of this this horizontal as well. But it's still bullish. I mean, realistically, we'll just play out this range a bit. We'll actually draw a horizontal in from this high, because this is the next target. But yeah, are we just going to play out in this range for a bit? It wouldn't be the most crazy thing for this asset to do, to trade out in here and then try and build some steam to break through the top. Nasdaq just flagging out again, same 4 hour at 9 coming up. I want to have a look at gold, silver, and then Tesla. Silver first though. Yeah, silver had a pretty sharp rejection here. We have got a trend line of sorts coming in, basically where we are now actually. You could draw it between those 2 points, roughly where we are now, depending on how you wanna manipulate it. But yeah, we still got a little bit of room to run to get to that trend line. But yeah, not that necessarily. I mean, if the dollar basically starts coming back down, this will go up. If the dollar keeps going up, this will basically come down. I mean, it's quite simple for this. And then gold as well. Gold broke above this horizontal, got rejected, came back down, and it has basically reached its corresponding trend line that we just looked at in silver. It has reached it on a 4 hour 9, so it's a good a point as any. A 4 hour 9 at a trend line support. So can we bounce here? If we don't, obviously, I mean, realistically, we'll be aiming for this level down here. So I will draw that on. If we don't hold this level, yeah, this would be the target. This would be the target down around 1850. Just have a quick look at Tesla. Is Tesla still underperforming? Well, actually, the market's not done too well today, so this is not actually too bad. But yeah, we will probably have to draw in a potential ascending triangle, I think, here. Yeah. How do I draw this? Do I just draw it like that? We will leave it like that for the time being. I may have to adjust this trend line that we've got coming in. Not adjust it, sorry. Just make it thicker. Just differentiate it. That's what I meant to say. Differentiate it from this this triangle that we're drawing in, just so that it's a bit more clear what we're actually drawing. So yeah, I mean, Tesla, it is coiling up here. Volatility's come down. We are at the top of this flat top side of this ascending triangle. So we could actually be expecting a break up for this asset. So yeah, something to bear in mind there. Yeah, that is all that done and dusted. So back to Bitcoin. We'll have a quick whiz through these stochastics, see how we are looking, just out of interest. 4 hour, a great reset down in the 4 hour, so that has got plenty of room to turn back up. I'm guessing 10 hour and 12 hour turn down as well. Yeah, 10 hour turn down out of the bullish zone, 12 hour it has as well. So if it gets into this pink zone, then yeah, I think we could be seeing that test down to 11k, I believe anyway. And then daily getting pretty hot, so that could turn back over. 2 day, I mean, but the higher time frames, 2 day, 3 day, 5 day, weekly, clearly got room to maneuver. Maybe not so much the bi-weekly, but it can hold up there. So again, like I keep saying, I do believe we are potentially looking at a back test of this at some point, even if it's a week basis. Maybe even if it's over only to 11,200, which is not very far at all away from where we are. Obviously, major market directions, stock market and dollar will obviously be an important driver of the direction that we go in. Let's just have a look at that bi-weekly. How is that bi-weekly looking with our bi-weekly 9? Yeah, it is looking good. So we had our correction. We're now making our way back up. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you can clear as day see around the back above 12,000, and then it's all, I mean, literally you can almost say we're definitely then going to come back up to, we're going to come, well, yeah, come back up because we're there then. Get back up to 12,000, I can't see us not getting to 14,000, and then we can make whatever decisions we want to make at this point. But I mean, just the first decision, the first port of call will be 14k, I believe. But yeah, I mean, obviously we have not got above that yet, and we're $600 or so away from it. So hey, obviously we got to get there first. It's nothing is for definite, but if we do get above 12k, then I do think it will be odds on we get to 14k. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, just one last comment on the markets. It looks like we've had a bit of a breather, a bit of a pullback today. We've had pretty massive gains in all these markets over the past few trading days of obviously stimulus hopes. So it did make sense to have a bit of a cool off, a bit of a pullback, but I don't expect the uptrend not to resume in earnest over the next few days. So obviously bad news notwithstanding. So yeah, that is it, guys. Again, I'll tell you again, remember, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys in the morning.